744, 17 degrees at the airport. The barometric pressure is, I don't know, but...
kilopascal.
Kilopascal. Darr Maqbool, pleasure of Darr Maqbool in studio all morning till 9 o'clock today. Darr, it's a pleasure to have you back. I mean, the backstory is, Darr and I worked together for a couple of years from like 2003 to 2005.
Yeah.
Years ago.
It just seems like recent.
You know what? It does.
It does. Yeah.
It does.
And time has gone by so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your legend, I mean, really does precede you. I've only been here for 4 years, but I've heard your name probably more than any other former employee, and I kid you not. So you really left a lasting impression around these parts.
There was a lot of stuff going on the street, and when you're on the street, anything is game. So I think it was probably mostly that. But the weather was also a good part of it. So
Darr, known for doing the weather outside, never in studio. Sometimes on the street here along 7th Ave and 5th Street. Sometimes fishing in the rivers around Calgary. We have a tape of that for you right here.
Is going to be at, looks like about 6:40 and set at 8:35. Now you'll see on the, oh, whoa. There is something there. Is going to be at, looks like
and
about,
that was a beaver.
a baby beaver.
Oh, you can
see it go right through and splash.
Yeah. And it was trying to sort of scratch and rub against my leg.
There you go. That was one of the infamous Darr moments. That's for sure. Yeah, there it goes, right between your legs. Now, was that in the Bow River?
Right at the bow and the elbow.
Oh, okay.
The confluence right there. And oh man, you never know. It's all unexpected, you know, especially at night.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Apparently, you guys there's some footage of the two of you together.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh wow.
This
is a pic or.
What do you guys want to show
something.
here?
Oh,
look at that young guy.
There you go.
Oh, it's Tracy Kolaski from the Roughnecks. There you go.
Tracy's here, and he's been doing community weather with me.
He gave me that
shirt. Tracy probably
Did
was
he? Nice.
watching my weathercast yesterday.
Time for another. Oh, that's good. That was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Now, like I said, people really still know your name. They still. So every year you come in and you work with the Folk Fest.
Yeah, I've been doing that for almost a decade, and commitment to them, and it's part of my job. I did other weather other than A channel, other than the TV, and radio. And I've done it remote as well, making tapes and then sending it to a station and for like complete weather as if it's, you know, live. And I've done radio broadcasts from Morocco, from standing in line at Stansted Airport. In England, I've done it in my kitchen, my sister's kitchen in Wimbledon, out of Portugal, wherever, you know, as long as I have a line, and I'm good to go. And the Stansted Airport one was very, very interesting. But you know what, with the technology that we have here, virtual office that's what I have, a virtual weather office.
Yeah. Which is why you can base yourself now mostly in Portugal, which lucky you. I want to just quickly make sure that we get to some of your hobbies. There's a car that you restored. We have a picture of it.
The backstory of this car is Darr's been talking about restoring this car for about 14, 15 years. Is it done now?
12 years. Look at it.
Okay.
Look at it. It's 12 years. And all I had was a shell. That's it. And all the mechanical, front to back, top to bottom, suspensions, I took everything off and I redid all of it. And the body was done locally here by Maranello, Jerry Scalassi on the Edmonton Trail and 41. And the interior, the upholstery was refurbished by, back then, Degrees. But everything else you see on that car, my father taught me this.
Nice.
He put the bug into me. And 12 years it took, man.
Are you still driving her, or is she?
Oh, it goes like stink. And it's in Portugal. I took it with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And finally, I want to look at some of your paintings. You took up oil painting.
Yes, I had a couple of afternoons to kill in Portugal, and
it's beautiful.
This is nice, Darr.
About 2-3 hours one afternoon.
Is this your place, or is this just
No. This is just the sort of a European quadrangle corner, and so I took it up, and this is one of my specimens. That's an African one. This one was trying to make a statement.
This one's beautiful.
The white colonist and the black continent. That's why you have the barbed wire there.
Sure.
And I call it restraints and constraints. So long story, but that's one of mine too.
You know, Darr Maqbool gives the most interesting man in the world to run for his money.
He does.
I can see you in that ad campaign.